Hello, everyone. I am your host of Inside My Mind, Evan Moore, and today we are going to be reviewing Megan. Now, this will be a spoiler talk. So, if you haven't seen the movie, please click off the video and go watch it because I definitely think this movie is worth your time and money. And then, once you're done watching it, come back to this video and see my opinion on it. Now, this movie is directed by Jannard Gemstone. First time I've ever heard that name. First time I've ever heard that name. And Megan is about this kid, Katie, played by Violet McGraw. She lost her parents in what was it? It was a car crash with a snowplow. Um, they were going up to the mountains to go skiing and they got lost in a blizzard and they couldn't see anything. Snowplow came, bam. Um, Gemma, played by Allison Williams, who works for a toy company, adopted Katie and ended up seeing how depressed she was and ended up working really hard on Megan for her. Not really for her, but at the same time for her. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. And Megan gets really attached to Katie and tries to protect her at any cost. And I mean any cost. Um, Did this movie really succeed my expectations? Actually, yeah, no, I wasn't disappointed at all. Um, yeah, no, I wasn't disappointed at all. I really liked this movie a lot, actually. Um, it's not really scary. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Does this movie brand itself as a horror movie? Okay, horror sci-fi. Yep. Um, The movie isn't that not scary at all. It may have some jump scares here and there, but they didn't get me at all. Like at the beginning when Katie ends up getting to the house, the dog, what's his name? Bruce? No. What is the dog's name? What is that dog's name? Yeah, no, that's gonna bug me a lot, actually. Oh, I forgot the dog's name. Dang. I know it wasn't Bruce though. But I don't know where Bruce came from. It was something would it be. It's gonna come to me later. I'm telling you. But they tried to jump scare you here and there with the dog and with some other stuff. It was mainly the dog. But that stuff wasn't really scary at all, actually. Um I do, however, find Megan to be really freaking creepy. Megan is actually extremely creepy in this movie, and I am actually freaking down for it. She, I think they actually did a really good job with Megan, her design and everything. Her face is a little bit iffy. It looks a little weird. But I actually find it really cool how that is a latex face over an actor. It was not an actual robot on set, nor a puppet like Chucky. It was an actual person in a suit, which was really cool. So yeah, they tried to do some jump scare stuff with the dog. Man, and the dog in this movie, he's a little mutt, a little bad boy, but man, yeah, Megan murked the dog, of course, because it had bit Katie, and Megan was like, "Oh, you gonna bite my friend? I'm gonna bite your neck." Of course, it was happily it was off screen. All we saw was the dog get snatched to the fence. Um, the sister in this movie was kind of like Tony Stark, especially when oh, Bruce is the name of the robot. That's where I'm getting Bruce from. I have no idea what that dog's name is. But especially with Bruce and how she has those Tony Stark freaking gauntlets to control Bruce. It's really freaking goofy. Um Megan is actually a low-key good friend to Katie. Um she's one of those ride or dies that is shoot down for whatever, especially murder. Uh, Something that I really don't like about this movie is that it cuts away from its kills. This movie could have been way more graphic. I think. What is this movie's? MPA rating. Let's see. This movie is PG-13. I would have wished that it was rated R, because then if it was rated R, it would have been way more gorier than it actually was. Of course, you see blood and the aftermath, but like you don't see people get stabbed or ran over by cars or their face pressure washed off, which I got that wrong. In the trailer, that wasn't a pressure washer, it was pesticide or some type of chemical, but that was very, very strong. That gust of whatever that liquid was very strong, especially if it's capable of knocking a human back into a wall. That was a very strong liquid. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing that this movie wasn't gory at all. It really cuts away from all its kills. I know when Megan was dancing in the hallway and was chasing that guy, when she had stabbed him, you don't even see it go out of his chest. You just know, oh, he got stabbed because he's making the face, and he's like, and then he falls over, and then his assistant, Megan, puts the knife to his neck and yeah, runs it across his neck, but you don't get to see it happen. You don't get to see the woman get her face pressure washed off. They skip that. You don't get to see the dog get killed, thankfully. You don't get to see the kid get ran over by the van. You just see all the aftermath, so that's a little disappointing. Another little disappointing thing was the little showdown at the end of the movie, with Katie, Gemma, and Megan. Um, I wish it was a tad bit longer. Do I? I don't know. A part of me is like, it needs to be a tad bit longer, and then a part of me is like, not really, because what else would they do with that scene? It The reason why I want it to be longer is because it was very cool seeing that. It was very entertaining. But at the same time, the other part of me was like, yeah, what are they gonna do? What else could they do? Because it would get boring and boring if Megan kept coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. This movie is more funny than anything, especially Megan doing her little dance in the hallway and all the little witty dialogue and the little facial features and stuff that Katie does to Gemma, especially with the hot dog. She's like, "Katie, you need to eat your hot dog." And Katie said, "This is freaking stupid." Um, but yeah, no, and all in all, this is actually a very good movie. If I were to rate it, which I am going to, this movie would definitely not be S tier, because this definitely isn't my top 10 movie of the year. It might be because it's very different, very, very different. I did enjoy myself a lot with this movie. I really enjoyed myself a lot, but I feel like the movie has its flaws. With its like, I wouldn't say like acting. Acting's a little bit, but what do you expect from Blumhouse? Where would I put this? It would probably be at the tailpipe end of A tier, but I'm gonna give it a B tier, and it might move up to A tier. It all depends. This movie is still really good in my opinion. Just not perfect, which is why it's not getting a C tier, because the movie is definitely not mid by any means. But and I definitely did enjoy myself. It might get pushed up to an A tier. We'll have to see in the future. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the Megan review. Yeah, no. Is this movie worth your money? Yeah, go ahead and see it. It's a fun time. Um, I forgot to do something. Let me go ahead and save this. I forgot to do something with the 2022 uh tier list, and I am sad that I forgot it because I actually really like this movie. I forgot Knives Out, Glass Onion. Oh, and of course, you take the place of Hellraiser. Man, dang it. Okay, I'll be fixing that off cam. But this will not be turning into a glass onion review. I really like this movie, and I guessed the killer properly. Um, this movie will be joining the A tier cast. That I have to fix this row because the gray man is hidden, glass onion is hidden. So I gotta shrink these. But yeah, that is going to do it for this review. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, or don't. If you didn't like my opinion, make sure you tell me why in the comments below, and maybe you'll change my opinion. I am easily swayed. Um, and yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing morning, evening, or night, wherever you're watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.